What's going on, Facebook family, YouTube family, Instagram family, Twitter family, everybody? Hope y'all doing all right. Once again, we got some serious things to talk about. So a lot of times people ask me, well, Dream, what do you believe? Or who do you serve? As if I have to believe in something outside of myself, or I have to serve someone or some invisible sky god, or some faith or religion. And then when I do tell them, they're even more confused. So this is why I normally don't even go into this type of conversation. I'll tell the person that I believe in myself, that I believe in love, that my faith is in myself. And a lot of times answers like this it's like their head is about to explode or something. They rather hear me say that I'm a different religion than to say that I'm not religious at all. It's been a long road as far as my spiritual journey. I began as Church of God by faith. That is the faith that my dad handed down to me. And had I not gone on my own spiritual journey, that is the faith that I would have handed down to my own son and daughter. But things were a little different for me. I took a different spiritual path. And it really wasn't a path where I started out to ditch religion. It really wasn't. It was just a path of finding truth. At a certain point, I think everybody starts to think to themselves, did a donkey really talk? Or did a snake really open his mouth up and have a conversation with a human being? And, when we compare that to reality, it's a real hard pillow to swallow. And a lot of times people just pass that on to, well, we have to leave logic at the door when it comes to belief, and God can do all things, and, all those great things, excuses or just anything to hold on to the belief system that was given to them. But I chose not to do that. I chose to look at things rationally, because a belief system is so important. It is the core of who you are. Like I was saying, it's the core of who you are. Everything that comes out of you emanates from your belief system, what you believe. So it was very important for me to establish my own belief system. So what do I believe? I believe in love for everybody. And I believe that if everybody were to practice love in its purest form, even if you look at it biblically, kindness, patience, holding no records of wrong, forgiveness, selfless, all these different things. I believe there's 12 different characteristics of love described in the Bible itself. If we were to live purely by that definition of love, we would be the answers to each other's prayers. We wouldn't need to be praying to any invisible sky god or any force at all, because the force that would bring us all together and become all of our answers would be the force of love. And so that's what I believe in. And every single day, I'm trying to more and more become love. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, if you have a water bottle and you have water in that bottle and you squeeze it, there's only one thing that's going to come out of that bottle, which is water. Kool-Aid is not going to come out of it. Soda's not going to come out of it. Nothing else is going to come out of that bottle except water. So when you are a person who is purely love, when you've got to that point where you are love, no matter who squeezes you, what squeezes you, or how hard you've been squeezed, nothing but love comes out. Nothing but forgiveness comes out. Nothing but kindness comes out. And it's a very difficult thing to get to. And I may never get there. But that is my life's goal, to get as close as possible. To no matter what happened to me, no matter what happens to me, nothing but love comes out of me. No matter how someone talks to me, no matter how hard things get, nothing but love comes out to me for myself and for everybody else around me, my neighbors. And, that's simply what I believe in. And I think a lot of people have an issue with when I say I am God. People have an issue with that when I say that. It's for them, it's blasphemous, it's disrespectful, but that is me accepting my own, or acknowledging and accepting my own divinity. A lot of people have a hard time with that because they look in the mirror and they see themselves, right? They see themselves as this body and this flesh that can not die, but transition on to back to where it came from. And they say, how can you be God and you're just, you're a human being? And I think that people miss the fact that you are not your body. Too many people identify or relate too much to their body, and you're not your body. If you may not be, that good looking to other people, that doesn't mean that you're not good looking. You are not your body. If you are a heavier person, you are not a heavy person. Your body may be, but you are not that. But if you attach yourself to the idea that you are your body, then you will see yourself as unattractive. You will see yourself as a heavy person. You will see yourself in whatever way you identify your body as, right? But the thing about the body is it's so temporary. I mean, you have it one day and a month later, you don't. You know how many bodies you've shed since you were a baby? If you were your body, you would still be what you were in your original form. But since you were, 3 years old and you're watching this video as an adult, you've shed so many bodies since then, but you're still the same person. So underneath it all, what you really are is the real part of yourself, the part of yourself that you cannot see. That the divine spark that animates this body, that occupies this body. Even for you Bible believers, Adam was an inanimate object, made out of clay until he was given the breath of life. That breath being a part of God, right? Because it came directly from God and it animated his life. So Adam wasn't the flesh. He was the spark of life when it all came together. He was that spark of life with the flesh that created man. Not saying that I believe any of the biblical account of creation at all. I don't believe in talking snakes or that the world is 5,000 years old. I just want to make that clear. But what I'm saying is that we are not our bodies. We are the divine spark that illuminates and animates this body. And that's what I am, right? So when I say I'm not identifying with this body, which is temporary. I'm identifying with the spark in this body that is, just a small piece of God. Like I said, that itself is life and animates this body. So when I say I am identifying with the divine part of my being, the only part of my being that's actually real, because anything that can die is not real. So the only part of me that's real is that spiritual part of me, that breath, that life, that little piece of God. That's the only part of me that's real. And yes, I am God. And when I identify with my own divinity, I have to act the part. So everything that I think that a good-natured God would do, a God who is pure love, this is how I have to carry myself. It's no more of the question of who's doing anything about, or why is God not doing anything for the kids in Uganda, or why is God not here? Why is God not there? It's our opportunity. When you identify yourself as this divine source, or a piece of this divine source, is your responsibility to act a part. And if this small piece that powers us is love itself, then it is our job, is our responsibility to act in love. So I hope this is all coming together for you. It may not make sense to you, but maybe one day it will, hopefully. But my goal in life is to just be love. That's it. And if you just give love, that is the answer to all of your problems. It really is, because you have to think about it in the terms of not just giving love to others, but also giving love to yourself. And love itself, it's not always easy. It's not always easy for you to give yourself a no when you need it and a yes when you deserve it. But a lot of us are failing to do that. We give ourselves a yes when we absolutely need a no. And we give ourselves a no when we deserve a yes. And so we have to get past that, because it's not enough for us to say that we love ourselves. We have to actually act the part. It's not enough for us to say we love other people. We have to actually act the part. I've had people hear my comments on things and send me messages and telling me that I'm going to hell. That's not a loving thing. But if you feel that you're doing the best for someone, sometimes our intentions, we have the right intentions, but they harm people instead of help them. And again, it goes back to your belief system. Your intentions come out of your belief system. So if your belief system is, you're going to burn in hell for eternity if you don't believe what I believe, then telling someone that from your perspective is you had all the good intentions in the world. But I think that we have to kind of take an outside view of these things. We have to challenge our own belief systems and really think about these things logically. And what I challenge people to do is stop leaving your logic at the door. Why would God, or why would the Creator give you this power of logic? The only being on this planet that can really logically break down things and explore things and compare it to reality. We're so intelligent. Why would God give us that and then tell us to abandon it? It just goes against all reasoning whatsoever. Why would a loving God say that you have free will to be whoever you want to be, but then turn around and tell you if you are whoever you want to be and it's not who I want you to be, I'm going to let you burn in hell for all of eternity? It just doesn't add up. What we all should do is stop judging each other, stop trying to force our beliefs on other people, or our religion, and just love each other. Just be patient. Just be kind. Just be gentle. Just love each other and love ourselves. And if we can do that, then we will all be in a much, much better place. A much better place. I could go on and on and on, but I just wanted to make this quick video to point those things out. All right? If you got any questions, comments, you know what to do. Leave a message below. And until next time, everybody, Hotep.